The Congress-led United Democratic Front has returned to power in Kerala after a decade, securing a sweeping mandate in what was seen as a do-or-die battle. In West Bengal, voters backed Parivartan, paving the way for the BJP's debut in forming the government. To decode the larger mandate and to understand what has happened, both in Kerala and in India, I am joined by the national spokesperson of the Congress party, Dr. Shama Mohamed. Thank you so much, Shama, for joining me. And let's decode the verdict. Let's begin with Kerala. How do we decode it? What are the takeaways?
It's very simple. I mean, when you have no governance, definitely, the UDF has come back because there was no governance from the LDF side. Let's understand that. You see, there has been the unemployment in Kerala, the price rise, the issues pertaining to the Sabrimala gold smuggling case. Then you had pensions which were not given for the last 5 years. You had ASHA workers strike. You had issues of women's safety. So a lot of issues in Kerala, and the left front government did not do anything. And it was a battle of Pinarayi against LDF is or CPIM is a cadre-based party. But at the end, it was Pinarayi Vijayan deciding things. He could fight the third term, but many others couldn't. He kept rules. He made rules such that it only mattered to him and his family. So decisions normally taken by the party were taken in a kitchen cabinet that was him, his wife, his daughter, and his son-in-law, Ria. So that is what was one of the biggest issues we have seen. And there were rebels who we supported, as well as who joined our party in Kerala.
Shama, what makes Congress performance in Kerala so different from all the other states? Why is it exemplary in Kerala?
You see, Kerala is a true democracy. And it's a very secular state, you have to understand that. Kerala does not want BJP anywhere near it. That's why, let's understand one more thing. They might have got 3 MLAs, but their vote percentage has not gone up. It's around 14.4%. So it's not gone up. So they have lost also badly in many places. And Kerala, people want governance in Kerala. So they decided that UDF can give governance. Let us go back to time of Mr. Unman Chandi, when there was investments here. We had IT parks in Kochi. The Viranam Port project was started during that time. In fact, during Mr. Chandi's time is when we bought the land for it. You had the Kochi Metro, the Kannur Airport, and pensions were given. Healthcare schemes where people could get money, we helped the poor in welfare, in healthcare schemes, many of them. So pensions were given on time. So you see, you have to understand there was proper governance during that time. And also, let me point out one very important point. Keralites do not like dictators. And Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan is a dictator. So they said, you know what? We do not want dictators. You cannot do whatever you want in Kerala. You're going out. So definitely a huge pro-UDF and anti-LDF, anti-incumbency. That's what's happening.
I think Kerala would have done better, don't you think so, with more women candidates?
Well, I am the one who has even raised the issue, but I think 7 out of the 9 women have won, and I'm very happy about it. But definitely more women candidates next year should be there, because Kerala is also a state where, we have 51% women and 96% literacy, and a part of it, northern part, is matriarchal also.
Shama, if we compare the larger discourse, how do you see it? Do you think that it's now being more deliberately vitiated when the issue is made that majority of MLAs who won in Assam or a major section, I would say a major chunk, are from the minority community, and BJP made it into an issue, both in Assam and Kerala? How do you see it from a larger perspective?
In Kerala, we have a lot of MLAs from different community. From the Christian community, we have many from the Christian community, if you're looking at it. We have many from the Muslim community. We have many from the Hindu community. So we have everybody in Kerala. It's not just minority or Muslims or anybody. So Kerala it's a mixed bag, and every community has been. I mean, let's understand. For example, there is a case of one of our DCC presidents, where a Christian community is 2% in Malappuram, where VS Joy has won, you know. So the Muslims supported. In Kochi, for example, Mohammed Shia's won, where the Christian community is more. So people, I think this time did not look at caste, look at religion or any of that, you know. And they have based it on, we want UDF back. We want governance back. And that's what has happened this time.
Do you think that
And in the,
Kerala
yeah.
has defeated the othering of Muslims, that larger theme which prevails? That if you have more Muslim representatives, MPs or lawmakers, then you get castigated as, you know, party only projecting, protecting and nourishing minorities?
I don't think so. It's nothing like that. You see, what has happened is they have polarized the atmosphere, whether it's Assam, West Bengal. There's a huge polarization. I believe that Muslims should be uplifted and not, there shouldn't be any sort of appeasement. So whether it's in Muslims in Kerala are all, you know, there's upliftment of Muslims here. They're educated. They're all lawyers, doctors, engineers, you know, mall owners, various company owners. You can see IPS officers. So they are educated a lot. And I firmly believe that any community, irrespective of religion in India, should be educated. Education is very, very important. So I don't believe in that, you know, if a certain party it happens, and you have to understand that in Assam there was delimitation and they've cut constituencies accordingly. And also BJP did not give any tickets to Muslims. And Assam, I think, if I'm not wrong, nearly 30% are Muslims there. So if you don't get tickets, then there is definitely a problem. You know, you can't do that to a community or anybody. That you need to have representation from every community.
How do you respond, Shama, as a person who has worked abroad? You're a doctor, then you join politics. When a politician like Asaduddin Owaisi says that the future of Muslims is not with secular parties. I mean, I know it's not a very simple question because it entails the issue of representation, giving more tickets, you know, they having more voices. But even in the secular parties, you will find Muslims in very few positions of authority. That's the fact of the matter.
You see, first you need to ask Asaduddin Owaisi that the party is from where? From Telangana. Is it, if I'm not wrong, AIMIM. So why is he fighting 9 seats in Telangana and he's able to fight 90 odd seats in UP? Who gives him the money to fight such number of seats? What about the number of seats he fights in Bihar? Everywhere where secular parties are there, he comes and cuts their vote. Who is funding him? So ask him to stop being the B team of the Bharatiya Janata Party. You know, he comes out and gives sermons, but what is he actually doing? He is basically employed by the Bharatiya Janata Party to go and cut the Muslim vote wherever the Muslim, you know, there is the Congress party or any other party where the Muslims support. So that is his basic issue. And I firmly believe that upliftment of Muslims have to happen. There shouldn't be appeasement, but proper upliftment where they're educated. You know, if you come to Kerala, where I'm from, many of us, the way I look, there are many out here. I mean, it's not that like you pray. I know that you are a religious person. You get up in the morning and pray. I also pray. But that doesn't mean I have to look something in another way. So there are many Muslims who wear the hijab, good for them. And there are many of us who don't. So I think most important for Muslims, I believe, in this era, in the Bharatiya Janata Party is, you know, doing a lot of polarization, attacking Muslims, that Muslims need to understand one thing is that they need to get educated, and whenever there is some sort of attack or anything, just go and put a police complaint.
You know, Kerala is one state where Congress performance has been tremendous. You know, you guys have swept the election. Is there a takeaway for the larger organization, for the Congress, from Kerala? From Kerala?
Okay, for example, if I want to ever get elected or stand for election, I need to be a grassroots person here. I know my mandal presidents, I know my block presidents, I know my booth presidents. If a ward program is there, you know, a ward member invites me for a program, I attend it. when we protested immensely against the LDF government. Every DCC would have protests. You should get involved in grassroots politics. Your organization, like for example, when voting happens, we do know that in a particular booth, if our voters did not come, we do know who those voters are, because we also have people sitting outside the booth, not just the ones who are inside of us, but outside, who are ticking out who's come and who's gone. And then we see to it this particular person has not come, and then we go out and get that person. So we are very strong organizationally in Kerala, and I do believe that's very important. The organizational strength helped. We have very good leaders in Kerala to take us forward. So I think that really works. And also we bring out the issues. What are the problems of the present government immediately? And you must have seen huge protests in which even senior leaders like Shafi Parambal and all take part. Everybody is there in a protest. So nobody thinks that, oh, I've reached a certain stage that I should not be out there. So everyone participates in every protest, in every issue in Kerala.
There's also an enormity of, I would say, another issue, I would say enormity of verdict, and that's West Bengal. How do you see that? It's just not a defeat of TMC. I think it's a seismic change in politics, Shama.
No, see, one, we have to understand this was Mamta's fourth term she was fighting for. So definitely there will be anti-incumbency, one. Number two, the way 90 lakh votes were deleted. See, there are two things we have to understand. When a revision happens, according to the Constitution, intensive revision can happen only when election is not happening in a state. When election is happening, it's a summary revision. How did an intensive revision happen? Why did, when the case came to the Supreme Court did not call it out? That you should not have an intensive revision, there should be a summary. Number two, who is the Election Commission to decide who will be the citizen of India and not be the citizen of India? According to Article 324, it is with the Home Ministry.
There's a larger issue. Congress has shrunk in various parts of India. The states it has lost has not come back to power. Whatever may be the reason, Assam, it's a 3 tenure. Gujarat, it's more than 40 years. There has to a way back. So there's nothing called an equal war. There's nothing called an equal politics. That's the way life is.
Well, you see, Congress needs to strengthen its organization. Congress needs to put its best leaders, karyakartas, everybody forward at this point of time. It should be who is the one who fits the role perfectly. Put that particular person there, not the ones who do not fit the role. We have so many people who can do a particular role in a different way. There are some people who are excellent at administration, some people who are good at going out and being with the people. So there are different roles one can play in the party. So I think strengthening organization, taking a leaf out of Kerala victory and seeing how the organization is in Kerala, and putting it out on copying that particular model everywhere else. I'm sure we will win Punjab next year. The organization, they'll work towards it. There are many states. We can go as another state which we can win if everything comes together. So I think what we need to be is also united. That's a very important thing. United during an election time where UDF, all the leaders were united in Kerala. Very important is unity, because it cannot be that, we have the right arm saying something else and the left arm saying something else. So I think strengthening the organization at this very point of time is very important. And one last thing, hunger. You have to have that aag, jo aag hota hai na, wo hona chahiye. You need to have that hunger to win. We want to win. And irrespective of the obstacle in front of us, we will overcome that obstacle and we will win the election. We should not, like Rahul Gandhi says, daro mat. He's always told us all that daro mat. And that is what I believe, that we should not have any sort of fear and go ahead and win elections and work hard, exceptionally hard to win. Kerala, each and every one worked very hard.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shama Mohamed, for making time for On Point. Thank you.